ready to match up with the Cleveland Browns. Joseph now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Ready? Flag. What do you got? Check 53's mark. On deck, point. Back. Wait. Follow.
Now a play fake here on first down. That's into the hands of the tight end, Leggett. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
I got you.
Winston running the option left here. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Running is Barber. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Ready? Blue lady. Coming to you.
On 2nd and 12, Winston. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Olivier Vernon coming in with some force for the sack that time.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big. But sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz. And even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Now Callaway on the return. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. First carry for Nick Chubb. And an alley to run. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
And the Browns, first down.
Set. 20. Mike, 45. Ricky. Rush in.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. And now he'll tuck it and run. And an alley to run. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big pickup of 38.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
First down, Browns.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. His throw caught right around the 6. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 27 yards. And the Browns have taken the early lead. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turning into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
1st and 10 at the 38.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Jameis now going to run the option to the right. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Ready? Blue ready. Check 53's Mike. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Johnny. Mike, 53.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Winston. And a catch right side by Evans. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Just to pick up a 3, but that is indeed enough.
That's a tremendous group effort there because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Jameis now on 1st down. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Jameis to throw it. And finds Howard complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
Winston in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got it 2nd down and 11.
Ready. White 25. Check 53. Smart. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
On 2nd and 11 now. Winston on the crossing route. Complete. That's Howard. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
First time into the red zone for the Buccaneers. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Alert flare. Alert flare. 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 Green, triple team. Let's keep bringing it. Let's go.
Barber on 1st and 10. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Yeah, Mike. You must be getting tired of seeing me.
On 2nd down, it's Barber. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. It's a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Matt Gay on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
The loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Throwing, Mayfield. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you're doing a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
And now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels. Fielded
at the 33. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive. One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Off the play fake, Winston rolling to his right. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
They'll run on first down. Barber, he's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll be taken down at the 26. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
Jameis now. And Winston lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. Look at the big man rumble. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Big boy earning his lunch. That's what you call rumbling with the ball, Charles.
Big man with football. He wasn't just earning lunch, Brandon. He was earning dinner. He was
midnight snack.
Everything that you could possibly do, he did it on that play to pick up the ball and go.
No problem there on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now it's a bootleg with Winston. They'll roll him out right. And that is incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin. And it's 2nd down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Let's go. Over. Number 53.
Here's Winston. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch. But you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On first down, it's Barber, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
On second and 11 now. Winston, he's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with the tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 17, and it'll give him a first down. Winston now. He'll buy some time right. On the crossing route, complete. That's Evans. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Jameis now, only one pass has hit the ground for him, 10 of 11 thus far. It's first and 10. He'll pitch it, and this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11. Play fake. Winston sliding out of the pocket. That is caught inside the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin in the final seconds of the first half. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Nine seconds to play, likely the final snap of the first half as it's first and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Landry the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
It's now second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Final play of the half, Mayfield. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
He's coming. We got double up. Hey, alert.
Here's Mayfield. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Come on, let's go.
Mayfield looks to throw. He finds an opening past the 40. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. A big play that time for Cleveland. 41 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Mayfield now. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now Mayfield. Being chased out left. Now he'll let... And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Mayfield. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
First down.
Check. Watch 54. Here we go, team. Here I come. Alert. Pistol.
1st down, Mayfield. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Browns have moved out in front.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Extra point up and through. And the lead is now 21-14.
Buccaneers 14.
Joseph now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Come on, QB, come on. Shift! Watch the shift! Wait. Kill. It's a 6. Run it. High. Green, triple team.
Working out of the gun, Winston. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a 1st down.
But that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Play action now, Winston. Throw right side to Perriman, and it's caught. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 47. They'll run the counter with Barber. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Winston gives to Barber, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
On 2nd and 12, Winston. Over the middle, that's caught by Miller. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd. Down.
To Scott Miller. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 7.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Winston. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Now Winston on 4th down. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this Browns defense stands tall. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at about the 32. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They go play action. Mayfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The former first-round pick, Vernon Hargreaves, the one who was there defensively.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
To throw, Mayfield. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Shaquille Barrett, his 2nd sack of the night. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. 3rd and long for Mayfield. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Noah Spence providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Winston and the Bucs take over now 1st and 10 at the 20.
Wait. Hey, flip it. Let's go.
On play action, Winston rolling to his right. And a catch right side by Evans. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
That's good for a Buccaneers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs.
Well, it certainly appears that the big guys up front have taken charge of the line of scrimmage. Two really nice plays back-to-back. But on the defensive side of the ball, there shouldn't be any...
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Jannard Avery coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. To throw is Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
40, 20.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 21. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Buying time to his left. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Mayfield. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Shaquille Barrett bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Mayfield to throw it. He's going to look deep down the field, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
I'm laughing to myself because I could just hear in film session. But, Coach, I was throwing it to Odell Beckham Jr. Of course I thought he was open.
They'd love to go deep downfield to him, though. Such a threat.
Yeah, a rare incompletion because most of the time we expect him to actually come up with the catch.
The Browns on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Throwing, Mayfield. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Ndamukong Suh able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one. This
will be fielded at the 17.
6-yard return after a punt of 48. And out will come the offense as they take over. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll start on the ground with Barber, and he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Wait. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
On 2nd down now, it's Hunt, and brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they had 3 tight ends in on that set.
And these guys are punching really well. I use boxing analogies a lot. A lot of coaches have told me.
And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Joseph on for the extra point. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. Joseph now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Jameis now going to run the option to the right. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Here's Winston. Over the middle to Evans. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
And the Buccaneers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Andre Ellington, his first carry. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Ready? Blue lady. 50 extra mic. Ready? Here we go. Let's go.
Winston. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
First down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
Come off the ball. Let's go.
Jameis to throw it. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. They'll look to throw. Finds his man, Watson, over the middle. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Partner, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
Winston in the offense with a first and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Howard. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Jameis Winston. His second touchdown of the night. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now Mayfield. And an alley to run. Now Mayfield lost the football. And fortunately, he's able to get this one back, so it is a first down. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Mayfield to throw. It's caught by OBJ. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
First down, Browns.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Here's Mayfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Now Winston. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Leads to second and 10. at the 35-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
53, Mike 53. Watch the slap.
Winston. And an alley to run. And Winston lost the football. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10. Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. They had 3 tight ends in on that set, and they were really good at blocking for their running back.
And give them a lot of credit because in football nowadays, tight ends coming out of college often don't block very often. These guys have really developed into superior blockers, and that's why they use them in this formation so often.
The first throw in overtime for Mayfield now. Oh, and it's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. Trying to get it to Landry there. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Barber to start the drive. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Let him know, let him know. Jack! Green, triple team.
What can Winston do in the OT now? Escaping the pressure right. He completes it to Evans. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Little OT scramble drill that time, Mr. Davis.
And, partner, I can tell you from personal experience, nothing drives a defense crazier than having things covered and the quarterback takes off and picks up a first down or big yard.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. The number 1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now Winston, airing this one out for Evans. Oh, he almost had it. Would have been a big interception here in OT. Instead, it'll give him another shot on 3rd down. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long, with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards. This being their 2nd opportunity in overtime, 3rd overall drive. See if they can settle into a rhythm.
And that's what you're looking for. Get a few first downs, move the ball downfield, have some confidence, get yourself in a spot where you can at least kick a field goal to win it. But I tell you this, if I'm the play caller, I'm looking at that part of my sheet that says playmakers. Get the ball in their hands, critical situation, now's their time.
Now it's Hunt, and he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down. That run's successful in large part because they had a lot of extra help blocking up front.
Yeah, you've got guys who can do that very, very well. In addition, they can catch the football. So sometimes when they line up with 3 tight ends, it's not necessarily to run it, and that gives you an advantage when you do decide to barrel off the line of scrimmage and block people downfield.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Set, 180. Mike 54. Check back. Real. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch the smooth.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Shaquille Barrett make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. 3rd and long for Mayfield.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
This is brought in at the 21. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
And some room to run now. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss, but with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Olivier Vernon brings him down.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Flush to his right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down.
58, right over there. Flip it, flip it, flip it. 58, right there. Ball, try. Let's go, D, let's go. Hey, let's get there. Check nickel, nickel, nutty weapon. Sponge, sponge, sponge. No, green, triple T.
Now Winston on 4th down. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a 1st down. Jameis now and Winston lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. He's at the 50. And he cuts it right into space. And he brings it back to the house. It's a touchdown, and in a crazy inning, a defensive score wins it. Still catching our breaths from that electric finish. You get into overtime, that's one thing. It was a great 4 quarters. But then in OT, not only to win it, but to win it on a defensive score. Wow.